Hi, this is Adrian from White Hat Box. I'm going to show you the spinning capabilities of the all-new SpinnerChief 4. Now, when you're spinning an article, it's very important that you use a very good quality article to start off with. If the article isn't good to start with, then it's going to be even worse after you've spun it. And the problem these days with article sites is that the quality of the articles that are accepted onto these sites is very low. And I'm sure that the other spin developers would tell you exactly the same thing. So the best way to get your articles that you're going to spin is by going to authority sites. Sites like the BBC, Washington Post, any newspaper site really. All of these sites are authority sites with high quality levels of journalism, so that you don't have to bother with stuff like grammar and spelling. It's already done for you. So these are the places to search for your initial articles. Now I'm on The Guardian, which is a UK newspaper. It could be any newspaper. They've all got a search facility, so this is what you use to find your original article. So let's look for make money online. That's a popular one, isn't it? Spelt it wrong, but it's already corrected me. Let's go to this first article. And this is an article about making money from your hobby. Which is fine. This is exactly the sort of thing that you might want on your website. So you need to get the article off the page and into text that you can put into your spinner. So the easiest way to do it, I find, just select everything with Control A, copy it, and then paste it into a text document. Now you might have to do some work to get rid of the stuff that isn't anything to do with the article, like this stuff here, you know, just highlight it and delete it. And just keep going through it like that until you have just the article left. I'll go ahead and do that and then we'll come back. Okay, now we're back. It took me about a minute or so of editing to get the article to this stage. All the rubbish is edited out and now we're ready to go. So I'll just select all and copy that. And I've got SpinnerChief already open, so we'll paste it in. Now the purpose of this demonstration is to show you how easy and how excellent the spinning of SpinnerChief 4 is. So we go straight to Super Spin. I'm not going to change any settings. It's already defaulted to spin to most readable. All I need to do is hit the Super Spin button. So we're going to look in the bottom right hand corner here when it spins to have a look at the time that it takes. Now we have press spin and it's generating sentences, and now it's doing the replacement. So there it is. How long was that? About 10 seconds, somewhere around about that, wasn't it? And that's the article spun. Now let's have a look and see if we can just check out the quality of it. If I go into the spin section and check don't use original word, we don't want to use the original word used in the article, because that's not really spinning, is it? That's just copying and pasting the same words that were in the original article, and this is a very important point, as I'll show you later. And I'm just going to go into the advanced section and just make sure the changed words are going to be red when we spin it, so you can actually see what's been changed. Just hit the spin button and there's an article from the spin tags that we've created. Just have a read of that. Whether you want to make a little of money out of a spare time activity or you desire to release your own retail business, getting would-be buyers by yourself can be tricky. However, by becoming a member of a pre-existing website, you will get a ready-made audience of consumers. Together with some of the largest online titles are specialist websites which can suit you better if you're offering handcrafted goods. Here's a glance at how much a few of the primary players cost to use and what you get for your cash. That's absolutely fine, isn't it? It's okay, it's not perfect, but it's absolutely fine. And because we're using a good quality seed article, then the output is going to be much better. Let's just try, what else have we got? Oh yeah, Etsy allows factory produced products for retailers who outgrown the capability to hand make almost all their products. However, many feel this betrays the website's crafty origins. In addition, it allows the sale of classic items but stipulates they need to be at least 20 years old. So this is great, and it works really well, and it's fast. So let's do a comparison of that with WordAI. Now we're using WordAI because it's well known and the quality of the spins from WordAI is highly respected throughout the IM world. So we want to compare SpinnerChief to WordAI to see how it stands up to it. So we're going to you may know they have this Turing spinner, which is the high quality spinner. And we're just set here, I'm trying to match up the settings to SpinnerChief so we can compare like for like. So I've turned off those automatic spins down. Well, let's go to very readable. So we can try and get WordAI to spin to a very high human readable level. So I'll paste the same text in and then we hit spin now. Now, there's a progress bar here, and what we'll do is time it to see how long it spins. So you can see it says 16:37. Just turn 16:37 over here. I'll leave it running, and then I'll come back when it's finished, and we'll see how long it took. Here we go. It's just 16:39.5 at the moment. Just coming to the end. And there it is. So that's just nearly 2 minutes. 1 hour, 1 minute 45 seconds, let's say. If you remember SpinnerChief, what did SpinnerChief take? That was about 10 seconds it took, didn't it? So after spinning, you get with WordAI, you get the spin tax, and then they will show you a super unique spin. Now, what they mean by super unique is that the spin does not use any of the original words in these synonyms here. So for example, it won't use "you want" because that's the original word in the article. So this is a direct comparison with SpinnerChief. Remember, we checked the "don't use original word" option. So this is a direct like for like. You may see that you also get other options that they call a spin instead of a unique spin. That means that this is a spin where they are just as likely to use the original word. Now, we at SpinnerChief, we don't think that's spinning. That is just entering the same word that was in the original article. So I don't really understand why they have this, and I certainly don't understand why you don't have the option to choose not to use the original word. Maybe it's something the WordAI guys will add at some point. With SpinnerChief, you can either have it or not have it. It's the user's choice. And I think that's very important, because when you're spinning, why would you want to use the original word, any of the original synonyms? Because that's not spinning it, is it? Okay, so let's have a look at the super unique spin. Whether you need to make a little cash from a hobby, or you also aspire to start your own retail business, reaching would-be buyers in your own can be tricky. Okay, fair enough. Yet by joining an existing website, you'll be able to locate a ready-made audience of consumers. Alongside a number of the largest online names are specialist sites which might suit you better if you're selling handcrafted goods. Here's a look at just how much some of the key players cost to make use of and what you get for your cash. Okay, that's, again, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good, isn't it? Probably about the same as this one that we looked at with SpinnerChief. What was the other one we looked at? There was one down here, wasn't there? Was it about Etsy? Was it that one? Etsy, yeah, there's that one. Let's have a look and see if we can find the same paragraph as spun by WordAI. Here it is. Etsy permits factory-made products for sellers that have outgrown the ability to hand-make all their products, but some believe this betrays the site's crafty origins. In addition, it makes it possible for the sale of classic things, but stipulates they have to be at least 20 years old. Yeah, that's fine. That's certainly no worse than SpinnerChief. It's probably not any better on this occasion. Another thing I want to point out, WordAI's uniqueness is 55% on this spin, If we take a look at SpinnerChief's uniqueness down here, 60%. So it's a little bit better on this occasion from SpinnerChief. Usually they're about the same with WordAI in our tests. Sometimes SpinnerChief is more, sometimes WordAI is more, but they're usually about the same. Now, one of the big differences here is the speed of the spin. If you remember, it took WordAI about 1 minute 45 seconds and it took SpinnerChief about 10 seconds. That's one of the big advantages of SpinnerChief. Now, I can hear you saying, ah yes, but SpinnerChief is a desktop app and WordAI is a web-based spinning operation. So that'll be why, and you have to make allowances for that. Up until recently, I would agree with you. But now, of course, we have SpinnerChief on the web, and here it is. And you probably saw it in the previous video, but if you didn't, here it is. SpinnerChief Web comes completely free. When you've bought SpinnerChief, you can use it either on the web or you can use the desktop application. So this is a perfect opportunity to test the speed of SpinnerChief Web. I'll paste the same article in that we've been using, hit the auto spin button, and here we've got the super spin tab highlighted, exactly the same operation as it is in the desktop application. So let's go ahead and spin it and see how long it takes. Hit the spin button now and the progress circle goes round, and there it is done. Now that was just as fast as the desktop application, and when you compare that speed to the speed of WordAI, I think we've got a bit of an advantage there. Well, it's a huge advantage, to be fair, isn't it? And remember, WordAI took 1 minute 45 seconds to spin exactly the same article. SpinnerChief Web, what, 10 seconds. So we've compared the spinning capabilities and the spinning speed of SpinnerChief and SpinnerChief Web. Now we'd like to make a few comparisons of the features of available spin software, including, of course, the all-important costs. So we've just drawn up an Excel file to show a comparison between SpinnerChief Elite, SpinnerChief Ultimate, WordAI, TBS, which is the best spinner, and Spin Rewriter. So let's go straight away and look at the first feature, which is there a web version? 4 of the spinners have a web version, TBS does not. So is there a desktop version? Well, SpinnerChief Elite, SpinnerChief Ultimate and TBS have desktop version, WordAI and Spin Rewriter do not. Basic spinning function, yes, they've all got that. Auto spinning speed, SpinnerChief Elite's very fast, SpinnerChief Ultimate super fast. WordAI, well, we know that's very slow because we showed that in the previous video. TBS is very fast, Spin Rewriter not so fast. Auto spinning quality, SpinnerChief Elite, TBS and Spin Rewriter are good. WordAI and SpinnerChief Ultimate are both very good. We showed that in the previous video too. Manual spinning. Now, a lot of people do manual spinning. You may be one of them. SpinnerChief Elite is very good. SpinnerChief Ultimate is excellent because it's got the spin tree function. WordAI, it's not good at all. It's not really built for manual spinning. TBS is very good. Spin Rewriter, it's not good. So, can we get spun articles that are unique from each other? Now this is very important, and we've used the SpinnerChief article comparison feature to determine our results of this. SpinnerChief Elite, Ultimate and TBS can all produce articles that are unique from each other. WordAI and Spin Rewriter are not good at this, and that's because of the way they use their synonyms. They use different systems, and this is very important because if you have multiple spins of one article, you want them to be unique from each other. Otherwise, when you publish them, they're going to be duplicates of each other, and that's exactly what you're trying to avoid. So it's a very important point, this. So, one click to get a readable article. SpinnerChief Ultimate and WordAI, yes. The other 3, no. Article scraping function. Well, none of them have this, but of course SpinnerChief 4 has the new extremely powerful content bomb function, which comes free to all SpinnerChief license holders. So it's not only do we have this feature, but it's a very powerful one. Article submit function, exactly the same. The other four do not have this function, but the SpinnerChief Ultimate does. Not only can you scrape content, but you can submit it to your blog too. And now to the all-important price. SpinnerChief Elite is $47 a year or $127 as a one-time fee. And that's quite comparable with TBS, which is $47 per year. Spin Rewriter is $37 a month or $77 a year, a $497 one-time fee. Right. WordAI is $49 per month or $347 per year. Now let's compare that with SpinnerChief Ultimate, which has scored top in all of these features, $67 a year or $197 one-time fee. Now I'll leave it to you to decide which is the most cost-effective of these spinners and which one of them has the most features, the best bang for your buck. It's quite obvious to me, however, you can decide for yourself. Thanks very much for watching this video, hope to see you soon.